Here's the thing I feel like is the difference between people that make the shit happen and the people that don't. It's that, like, you got to be able to take rejection and keep it moving.
Keep it fucking moving.
Keep it moving, right? Because so many people will do the shit and just give up because they get their feelings hurt, right?
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Kassandra Lee.
Jasmine Ballet and...
Oh my goodness, drum roll please. We got the man with the plan. 4 million on YouTube, 1 million on Instagram. You see him doing YouTube videos, podcasts, food shows. He's been on Wildin' Now. He does music. He does it all. Literally does it all. My man, Tim, what it do?
Watagwan. What's up?
Okay,
What's
hold
up?
on. What's
Hey.
that?
How you pronounce?
Where you from?
How you pronounce your last name?
Chattering.
Well, it's that, but every A is a ah, so it's Chantarangsu.
Chantarangsu.
Yeah,
I be
yeah.
wanting to say
Chantarangsu.
chaturanga.
Well, you know, look, growing up, I got Tim Chimichanga, Tim Chatanunga, Tim
Yeah.
got the wrong soup,
Chattanooga too.
chant the wrong song.
Chantarangsu.
Man, you heard it all.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Chantarangsu.
Chantarangsu, that's great. That's like perfect. Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Chantarangsu.
Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Hi.
look at me, you know what I'm saying? I know how to say it.
Wow, you out here.
We learning Thai.
We learning Thai. How you say just a little again?
Nitnoy.
Ninoy. Yo, it's so good to have you here.
What's up, man? Hey, it's good to be here. You got me out the house at night, right? Normally, when people hit me up to be on the pods, I'll be like, all right, between 1 and 3, because that's when the babies are asleep.
Yeah.
I leave the house a little bit, right? I never leave the house at night unless it's something I really need to do. Pero like, I fuck with both of y'all, and you know, and I just, any excuse to come out and have a couple shots. So I'm here.
Yo, when I tell you, I'm honored because I knew there was obstacles to get you to come out, and I was like, man, I really appreciate it. I appreciate your wife, like, holding it down. I appreciate you guys really making this work for us. It means a
Thank
lot.
you, wifey.
Thank you, wifey. Yes.
For taking care of the
Thank you,
kids.
babies, for
Thank you,
chilling.
babies.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, everybody, for being asleep right now.
Yeah. Everybody, good night, sweet dreams. So thank you for coming out. It's called Look at Us. So I just want to say, look at you.
Look at you.
You looking great.
I appreciate you.
You giving 2,000 vibes. Look at this green, yellow. No, shut the kicks. Shut the kicks. Look how crispy.
So Kassandra hit me up and she was like, yo, we gonna talk about high school. And I hit her and I was like, what's the dress code tonight? Because when I watched clips, everybody was coordinated. So I was like, what are we wearing?
Oh, you be watching?
Well, of course. This is my favorite podcast.
Come on.
So I was like, what's the vibe? What are we wearing? She was like, let's wear 2000 shit. I was like, all right, bet. So I happen to have these fresh Forces that were in my closet. I haven't even worn them that much, but I bought them and I got them. And then I came into her spot and I was like, this is a shoes off house, huh? And I was like, I respect that because mine is too, right? But then I was like, shit, I gotta show the kicks because they're clean.
They're clean.
And they're
creaseless.
They got a couple creases, but I'm not showing those. But yeah, so I had to show the Forces, and I was trying to channel my energy in the early 2000s, which was like I was, very much like matching from head to toe. It was like hat, shirt, kicks, everything was matching from head to toe.
We got a photo. We got a photo.
I sent you photos. I sent you photos.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have him. They gonna pop up. You see him matching.
Yeah, we got photos.
I wanted to be fabulous. I wanted to be Nelly. You know what I'm saying? I waned that vibe back then.
You ever did the fucking Band-Aid?
No Band-Aid. No.
But this is how you dress, like back in high school.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, like, the hats were different back then. It was like pinwheel. It was different colors. We didn't bend this shit. We kept it flat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty much. And like I would get like the jackets like this. Mind you, of course, we were broke in high school, right? So I would get a jacket. I would because I was working at Foot Locker, right?
Oh, word?
You were
the
broke,
plug.
bro.
You were the
broke,
motherfucking
bro.
plug.
I was the plug in multiple ways because not only was I working at Foot Locker my senior year, but I was bootlegging CDs. I was the CD man, and I was also selling chocolate.
He was hustling.
I would go to
Okay,
well, because
hustler,
here's the thing.
okay.
I was trying to afford the fits, but then I didn't want to ask my parents for money. You know what I'm saying? So I would my parents, we had a Thai food restaurant. So my parents would go to the place where you would get all the supplies for like restaurant like to-go boxes and shit. We would go to Smart and Final, and then I would get like a box of Snickers and M&Ms, and they would like be mad cheap, and then I would sell them at school for like $1, $2 each in between classes or whatever, and that's how I would afford like some fresh forces.
Good for you.
Or I would put like jackets on. I would put jackets like this on layaway. I would put them on layaway in like February, so I could have the jacket in like August. You know what I'm saying? It would be hot.
Yeah.
I would have the jacket in the summer,
Right.
but I could save it until next season.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I would be planning fits for like a whole year out.
That's
you know?
insane. That's
And
crazy. So you was really about your fashion.
Yeah,
you
he
was
was
like, he's like, I'm gonna show out.
I
I'ma show
was.
out.
High school's like fashion show, low key, high key.
Low-key, high-key.
Everybody's trying to be
Did you
fly in
win
high
fucking
school.
best dressed or something?
No, only because they couldn't vote for me for multiple shit. I was actually class clown.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was voted class
No,
clown.
like that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so on brand.
So you always been a clown, yeah.
Yeah. I was always just kind of like I just like making people laugh.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
and you're good at it. I chuckle every once in a while when I'm around you.
I
what I'm
hope
saying?
so, yeah.
A little hee hee, a little ha ha,
A little tee
a little tee hee hee.
Yeah, I was class clown. And
Did you win any awards back in?
So I didn't. I like aside from class clown, I was prom king.
Oh snap! Wait, hold on. Look
was
at that photo.
We got a picture.
We
Yeah,
got a
I sent that to
picture
her
of him,
too.
prom king.
In post production,
Come
they
on,
gonna put that up there.
I seen it. I was like, dang, was he really prom
I was
king?
prom, and guess what? I was prom king. My high school was 80% Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out.
So
And
it
you won
was
prom king. Wow.
C.
Wow.
See?
That's how he won. He got all the Latino votes somehow.
Oh my God.
Sí.
Mira eso. Wow. Look, cheers to you being prom
Órale,
king.
let's get it.
Órale.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was cool for me. Not gonna lie. Like I went to Paramount High.
Okay.
Which is Paramount is a very predominantly Mexican area. It's like in between like Compton and like Long Beach. So it's like
So you were born in LA.
I was so I was actually born in Billings, Montana.
Oh, what?
All right, yeah.
How did you end up there?
So my dad was he took like a little trip to Montana with some people and just really just enjoyed the snow and the peacefulness of it, and ended up like taking some classes out there and doing some work out there because he just enjoyed it so much, right? And so met my mom in Thailand, brought her back to Montana while he was there. I was born there, and shortly after I was born, he moved to like Long Beach, LA. Okay.
Wow.
So I was born in Montana, and
That's crazy.
I literally haven't been back since.
Yeah.
But I
was
want
born and
to.
I've never seen it again.
Yeah, but I feel like we were the
I
only
actually
Asians in Montana,
don't remember it.
and then we left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you were the one.
well, my mom makes this. So my parents used to make this joke, and I thought it was a joke too until I started saying it in public, and my mom was like, "Stop saying that," because they used to say like, "Oh yeah, you were born in Montana, and we left because like you were an unexpected C-section, and we ditched the hospital so we didn't have to pay the bill." And I thought that was a joke, and I started saying that, and my mom was like, "Hey, stop saying that." So I was like, "Is this real? Are we like, do we got like mad debt in Montana or what?" You know what I'm saying?
They're
But
like
I don't know.
running from debt.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So yeah, so I've been to LA, Long Beach since I was a baby. But Paramount is like right next to Compton, in between Long Beach and LA, pretty much. Predominantly Mexican. And when I first went to Paramount, I feel like I was feeling like, oh shit, there's no Asian kids here. This was my first time like being at a new school, and I definitely like. Of course, everyone called me like, Chinito at first, right? But then I remember specifically my drama teacher, Mr. Carlin, rest in peace. He forced me to like host this talent show, and I was just like on the mic being funny and shit. And then like that Monday when I came back to school, like all the cholos were like, "Hey, fool, you're fucking funny, dog. Hey, Chino, you're fucking funny, dog." And then like after that, they started knowing who I was. You know what I'm saying? So
Are they the ones that named you Chino cochino?
I started just saying that because it was funny.
That was you.
That was me.
You
That was
you
me.
just decided to name yourself
Yeah.
Cochino. Wow.
Chino Cochino. Well, yeah, people will call me Cochino, of course. But then I was like, oh, wait, this rhymes.
This rhymes. This could be something. Yo, so let me ask you, when you was in high school, did you always see where you're at, what you've built up until this point? Is that something you always aspired since high school?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, since before high
So
school.
you
yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about
What
that.
did you foresee?
Yeah, what did you foresee exactly?
I just always, probably when I was like in junior high, when I started doing like just little plays and musicals and stuff like that, I always knew that I wanted to like perform and be on stage and be in like the entertainment industry, you know? So that's why, you know, so there was like a shift, you know, when I was really little and people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, right? I used to say, because I used to love like draw, like I still like to draw, right? Like I went to art school, Cal State Long Beach and shit. Like I was an art major for a bit, but I dropped out.
Artiste.
Low key, but then you go to college for that shit and you realize that like, oh wow, I'm actually like not as good as everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you got
you're
high
an
hopes and then,
artist.
yeah, you get there and you're like, oh wow, I suck, right? But I wanted to like animate for Disney and shit. That was like when I was younger, and then it shifted and I was like, nah. People would be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would say like, I want to be famous. Like that was the plan, you know.
Well, what was the whole intention behind that?
So let me tell you.
Yeah, please.
Jasmine. When I was really young, well, younger, like high school-ish, I was trying to be like the Asian Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, so my old stage name was Timothy De La Ghetto. De La Ghetto actually comes from an old episode of The Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Because I was really trying to do everything Will Smith did. Like, I made a plan for my life. It was called the Fresh Prince format. All right?
What?
So I was trying to do everything. The formula.
He had a whole slideshow.
Yeah, everything. It was. Yeah, I copyrighted that shit and everything, right? Nah. So I was trying to do everything Will Smith did, which was like rap, TV, movies. And that was like what I wanted to do in my head. So when I was in high school, you know, I wasn't, and here's the thing, right? So yeah, I was like popular, but it wasn't your traditional like, I wasn't like the jock or anything. I wasn't like popular football kid because first of all, Paramount teams were trash. Like football teams ended up
No shade
everybody
to
was whack.
Paramount.
No, yeah, it's all good. Everybody knows they're trash. So it's like,
Till this day?
I don't know. It's been a minute, but so I was, I was like theater kid. I was doing musicals and, like the hosting shows and like performing at talent shows and shit like that. And so since like the jocks weren't cool, it was low key like level playing ground. Like no one was like, oh, theater kids versus jocks. It was just kind of, everybody was just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? So, I was in drama, just, trying to, do plays and stuff, musicals and stuff. And I had always just in my head was like, yeah, no, I want to be in entertainment. Funny shit, man. Like when I was going to Cal State Long Beach, there was a girl in my art class and I used to tell her this shit. Like, yeah, like, oh, I'm in school to get my little degree or whatever so I can give it to my parents. It's like for them to be happy, but I'm trying to do this entertainment shit, right? And she commented like a couple years ago on my stuff and she was like, wow, she's like, you used to tell me that this is what you wanted to do during our breaks, she was like, wow, you did it. I was like, I told you.
Yeah. Yo, I get those messages all the time. I'm like, it's from people I didn't even realize I told. I didn't even realize I was actually talking about it that much. You know what I mean? So it's really cool, like hearing it from you. It's like, dang, we really been just believing for it. Like,
because that's the thing, man. Like people feel like this type of shit is it's like it's unrealistic, but I feel like, you got to look at it the same way that you would look at like being a doctor, right? Like if someone wants to be a doctor, they know they got to take these classes when they're in high school and then study biology and then major in this. And then, you got to gradually work your way up. For me, it was like, I know what the end goal is. I'm going to do this and this and that, like do my little drama classes, like talk to these people, audition for this and that. And I always kind of felt like as long as I kept doing it and treated it like it was real, it would be real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I did.
That being said, as far as how people view this whole career, like what we do, what's been your biggest struggle
to get to this point?
I think, my biggest struggle, of course, you know, y'all know auditioning is a struggle as it is. You know, you do it so much. And here's the thing I feel like is the difference between people that make the shit happen and the people that don't. It's that, like, you got to be able to take rejection and keep it moving.
Keep it fucking moving.
Keep it moving, right? Because so many people will do the shit and just give up because they get their feelings hurt, right? But it's like, I feel like, you know, I'll be the first to say I'm not the funniest person. Yes, I'm hilarious. Yeah. But like, I'm not the funniest dude. I'm not like traditionally like Hollywood like main actor dude, right? But I feel like as long as you are like, you got to be consistent. And you gotta like, you put in the work. Yes. And also, you know, you gotta like, you know, it helps that like I'm easy to work with too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for example, my boy Pedro PD Flow, he who my boy since high school, he did some film classes at UCLA, and he's like actor, editor, director. But he told me like, yo, I finished this film program with a bunch of dudes that graduated, and then they couldn't get work for like a year, and they gave up and got like quote unquote real jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, it didn't work, so they gave up, right? Because they didn't think it was gonna pan out. But like Peter's out here, he been doing his thing. He's been through the trenches, broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? But now he's at a point where he's like booking mad work, and he has his own like production like situation, and it's kind of like, you know, and that's what it is. It's like motherfuckers get discouraged, and they get, you know, and they give up, right, you know? Right, and this is a business where you really have to be able to take those rejections on the chin and keep it moving.
To me, it's like a decision. It's like, I'm just doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not about like what I'm gonna have to overcome to do it. I don't think about that part. Mm-hmm. Because if it were anything else, you're still gonna have to overcome shit. Mm-hmm. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm going to do this.
You gotta treat it like it's real shit.
Like it's just, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other option, you know?
And you can fail at doing something you don't even enjoy. So
yeah.
Why not just try doing something you actually enjoy?
Jim Carrey? Is that Jim Carrey quote? Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Jimmy said it first.
100%. Yeah.
I 100% agree. Mm-hmm. 100% agree.
Here we are.
And look at you.
Living life. It's great.
So tell me, describe yourself in high school. If you could describe yourself, what were you like in high school?
I was, you know, once I kind of like found my groove, you know, like I said, you know, so I went to the same, I was with the same people from preschool to 8th grade. And so I knew everybody. I felt very comfortable with all the homies. And then when I went to high school, it was my first time feeling like, oh, I don't know anybody. And also like, yeah,
Did you move or something? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. So my, like originally, pretty much like, but my Thai food restaurant was in Paramount. So my family for the first time was like, yo, let's go to school in Paramount. And so I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. And this was the first time that I didn't have any friends at a school. And I didn't know anybody. Well, first time since preschool, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So I did low-key have like a little like existential crisis and shit like my sophomore year, where I was like, wow, I thought I was outgoing, but here I am eating lunch by myself. Like, am I actually funny, or is it only because I was comfortable? And here's the thing. So shout out again to my drama teacher, Sean Carlin, Mr. Carlin. He's dead now, but shout out to you, my guy. He had me do like a free write, like just write about whatever's like on your heart, right? And I wrote about this whole shit. Like, I don't know if I'm actually funny or outgoing or blah 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 because I'm new and blah blah blah. And he like forced me to like go on stage and host this talent show. And then from that point, you know, when I was able to really make everybody laugh is when people started like fucking with me at the school. And then I got over whatever I was feeling, you know what I'm saying? And then I was able to make friends, and I was like rapping at lunch. Okay, so in high school, I was always like freestyling with people, and I remember
they was doing the little beats.
On the yes. You know? Well, we would do it on the soda machines. They would do it on the soda machines because they had like crazy bass, right? So they would always be like, so motherfuckers found out you rap, they would be like, yo, my boy heard you rap. He wants to battle you. You know what I'm saying? So it was like always people battling at lunch, you know? I had the reputation. I was like the funny Asian dude who was like rapping and also like bootlegging CDs and shit like that.
That's hilarious.
There weren't a lot of Asian dudes at Paramount. It's probably like a handful of us, you know? So I was definitely like, I was like, okay, so like a lot of people struggled in high school. They got picked on, they were lonely, whatever. I had a great time.
You were prom king.
I loved high school. I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I was popular or whatever. Like if they didn't know me because I was funny, they knew me because I was bootlegging CDs. I was the bootleg
and
man
you had
too.
candy. We get it.
Yeah.
And I had the candy too. And I used to custom paint people's Air Forces.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really just like made yourself known.
I would paint people's Air Forces for like $15, and I would sell CDs for $5 and M&Ms for $1.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could describe yourself in like 3 words. So you would say you was the popular kid, outgoing.
I don't want to say popular, but yes, I was popular.
Yeah.
Outgoing, hilarious.
You were the cool kid.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was a cool kid, but
Yeah.
it was. I also feel like it was different because I was a cool kid, but it's I was like theater kid, and I was like,
You made it cool though, because I feel like most people who end up just doing the theater and then aren't necessarily super outgoing on the other aspects, they make it seem nerdy or whatever.
Yeah, and here's what's dope about Paramount and the time I was going there is like there was no people were clicked up and stuff. Okay, I feel like I was friends with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I was cool with the A to B people, and I would go and like rap with the homies, and then I was cool with the theater kids, and I was cool with like the goth kids, you know what I'm saying?
So you kind of hopped around in friend groups.
I hopped around, especially because my junior year, all my bestest friends were seniors. And then they all graduated, and then I was kind of like, all right, well, shit, all my homies are gone. So, like, my boy Rick, we went to high school together, but he was a year older than me.
No way.
So, yeah, he graduated, and then, like, all my homies were gone. So, I was just kind of like, I would go around during lunch with, like, all the groups and stuff, and, just hang out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was the same. I was very much into, I feel like for me in high school, I went to my 10-year reunion. Yeah, I did. And I was like, I feel like I'm going to get a different response if I ask this question. The question was just like, how was I in high school?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm curious to hear their response. And I got a different answer from everyone, which is exactly what I thought. I was very different in certain
Different people's minds.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, one, I also grew up very conservative, very Christian, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I couldn't actually engage fully in the way that I am now.
Yeah.
And so back then it was like if I felt comfortable, I was the class clown in this class. You know what I mean? In this class I was the church girl. In this class I was the karate. In this class I was popular.
So you just had different personalities.
I really did.
Did you go to private school?
I went to private school the majority of my life, but by sophomore year I was in public school.
Okay.
Sophomore to senior year I was in public school. So when I went to my 10-year reunion, it was for public high school. But yeah, I was very different to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And so I was in different cliques. I never was in the it clique.
Right.
I was in everyone's clique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really was.
How about you?
Yeah, how about you, Jasmine?
Same. I kind of click hopped.
I click hopped.
I was in different.
Yeah.
I had like, these two friends I hang out with. Then I also hang out with like, I'd be, the only light skinned Latina or the only white Latina in a group of black people. Like I had my, I had my group of black friends. I had my group of Latino friends. I didn't. Sometimes I had like a white friend here and there. It depended,
Yeah.
But I very much had like diverse group of friends.
Did you go to high school in Chicago or in Texas?
And the thing is, I was.
So you spent the 4 years half and half?
No, well, I was always back and forth. Like every year, the thing is, I always had to. How do you say? I always had to accommodate. No,
yeah,
acclimate.
I
Applegate.
always had to acclimate.
Acclimate out the gate.
There's another word I used it the other
Assimilate.
day.
Assimilate. Adapt.
Constantly. I constantly had to adapt. Like every year I was switching schools.
So did you graduate from Texas or
Is military shit or what?
No, it was just
family shit.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a young mom.
Yeah.
Word.
But so back and forth between my mom, my tias, my grandma. I went to school in Arizona, Chicago, Houston.
Where'd you graduate from?
But I graduated from Houston.
Houston.
Yeah. So that I mostly did school in Houston. So for the most part, I kept my friends there. I had different friend groups.
Yeah.
And then I was quiet though. I felt like I was more quiet in high school. I was more like shelled.
Yeah.
But certain friends would bring out like the goofy part of
course,
side of me. So it depended on my friend group who I was
the
around.
environment.
Were you in any clubs?
Any clubs?
Yeah.
Like after school clubs?
Yeah, or like, did you play any sports?
I wish I did.
You didn't do that?
I started smoking weed in high school, and it fucked me up.
You were just a slacker.
Yeah, I was. You know, I was
talk about it. No,
I was in dance class. I did hip hop class for a minute, and then once I started smoking weed, I was off rhythm.
Damn.
That makes sense, yeah.
Damn.
And it was just, you know, it did set me back a little bit. But, you know, you live and you learn.
Y'all got any regrets from high school?
Regrets? Man, no. I mean, I guess it's not a regret. I wish, but it really just became because of my upbringing. I didn't have the confidence to fully be myself. I didn't know who I was.
Well, yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed to really express myself.
Because of like religion stuff?
Yeah, religion. I was also, you know, in karate. I was the karate kid to most. Like some friends would be like, you the popular kid. And I was like, really? You thought I was popular?
Yeah.
And then some people would be like, you the funny one. You the karate kid. You the church girl. Everyone had a different like view of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't feel like I fully got to express myself till I was outside of high school.
I mean, of course, you know, we're in high school. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, we don't. But I also saw how kids kind of felt, to me, it looked like they did know. It looked like they were allowed to express themselves. I wasn't allowed to express myself.
Right.
I was always trying to fit a mold that was expected of me. You know what I mean? So like, I wish I engaged more with high school culture, the clubs, the thing. No, it was go to school, go to karate. Go to school, go to karate,
church,
and Sunday on church. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like, I never engaged in outside sports, activities, none of that. None of that.
I wish I would have.
I wish I
would have
did.
did dance. I
Me
wish I would have
too.
did theater. I didn't do none of that shit.
Word?
Because I kept switching school so much, so I always missed like the tryout
The
or
activities.
or like register for this. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the semester, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just smoke weed.
Yeah. Oh wow. No, I didn't even do that. I was scared of that. I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
I'll tell you what I regret. It was this girl in my drama class named Connie, and she was like a goth girl, but she was thick, boy. Oh my
not a
God.
Thick Connie Goth.
She was thick, boy. And she had like these little bangs. She was so cute, man. She was Mexican. And and one day I felt like, I was like, yo, I think Connie's feeling me, right? And then she was like, we were kicking it with some people, and then the bell rang, and everyone's like, all right, well, we're gonna go. We're gonna leave you guys here. It's just me and her in the theater, chilling, little theater. And she was like looking at me, and I felt like she wanted me to like make a move, but I like bitched out, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, well,
She's your biggest regret, right?
yeah, high key. And I was like, all right, well, we should probably go to our next class. But then in my head, like literally afterwards, and she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Because Connie was down.
God. Yeah. It's okay, missed opportunity, but you know what I'm saying? It made you who you are today.
I mean, now I look back and I'm like, okay, no regrets. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live a life with any regrets. I got to make that move.
It happened the way it was supposed to.
Connie.
Let's have a moment of silence for Connie.
She's not dead.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, what type of music you listened to when you was in high school?
High school?
Yeah.
Let's see. Like I said, I was bootlegging CDs, right? So I had to keep my ear to the street. I was actually, okay, so here's what I would do, right? I would sell bootlegs of the whole albums for $5. No, for $3. And then I would make mixes for $5. So I was always trying to like pay attention to what was like the latest shit that was popping, right? So I would make mixes of the newest shit for $5, and then I would sell the whole albums for $3. And then for shit that wasn't selling, I would like put a little red fingerprint on it, and I'll be like, all right, we got some red dot specials, all right? The red dot specials are $1. No one's buying those, so those are $1 in the back of the bookcase if you want to get those CDs. But
this man, no.
I would have thought you were from New York.
Okay, I know. I was like, what the fuck? You on Canal Street, motherfucker? Like,
I was always hustling, man.
The fuck? I didn't even know they had that in LA. Like hustlers? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
We out
I'm
here.
kidding.
We out here, East Coast.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here.
He really tried.
But yeah, what was I listening to in high school, man? Who knows? I think let's see. I mean, I'm gonna date myself, but like, let's see. I made the most money when Jay-Z Black album dropped.
Okay.
Because I was like, I remember too, because like I remember the day Black album was gonna drop, I bought it immediately, and then I spent like hours at home making copies of it on my little computer because I knew it was gonna pop off. And as soon as I got to school on Monday, everyone was like, "You got that Black album? You got that Black album?" I was like, "Of course." It was crazy because I would walk into different people's classes just to say what's up. And then people would be like, "Oh, Tim, what you got today?" Right? So I'd take out my little book of CDs, and I would leave. I'd be there for like 5 minutes slanging CDs, and I would leave with like $200-$300.
Wow.
Because everybody was
for
buying
high school in that time.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Nah, maybe I'm exaggerating. $100, $150.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. That's
But
so
then-
good.
But like
then-
a day?
Yeah.
Yes, but then right across the street, we had a spot called Hip Hop Connections, and so I would go to school, and go to Hip Hop Connections, pick up the little fucking velour suit I had on layaway, pay for that shit,
dead.
you know what I'm saying?
What?
And use my little CD money to buy a new fit, you
That's
know?
That's-
crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew you in high school. I just want to see it. I just want to see it in action.
We definitely would have kissed on the mouth.
Oh goodness, that's a bold statement. Okay,
Oh, but
You ain't-
Kassandra.
I was the church girl. It was really hard to kiss me. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
It was
is
so hard.
I would have convinced you to kiss me on the mouth.
It would have worked. I don't know. I
It
was
would've
very
worked.
churchy, man.
Yes, but I was
you-
so charming.
So charming.
I'm dead.
So you was listening to church music in high school?
I was yes.
Kirk
yes.
Franklin.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Okay.
much. I was the majority of it. I was really really into, like, I was in cussing. I was like really into church music. I actually didn't even allow people to curse around me. I was like, "Hey, can you not?"
What?
Yeah, it was
One of
bad.
those?
I was a
Ew.
Jesus freak. I know. It was bad. I was a Jesus freak in certain scenarios.
What let me ask, what denomination of Christianity? Like Catholic, Protestant?
No, I was really just Christian. I
Okay.
grew up mainly in some Pentecostal, some Baptist, but I grew up a lot in non-denominational. But
Okay, word.
yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I was told I couldn't listen to secular music.
Damn, it was like
Yeah,
that.
It was like that. So I really did my best not to. But you in high school, you won't hear the shit. But so then there were certain points where I would just let go. So I was really into some Sierra. I was heavy into Sierra.
And then you would drop to your knees and pray for forgiveness.
No. I mean, it depends. But I was really into Sierra. Like, I was really into Sierra. I was like,
Let me tell you a funny story.
go ahead, tell me about it.
Because
and Usher.
I went to a Christian school from preschool to 8th grade. And then I went to a Catholic school for a year. My girlfriend, my freshman year, Catholic school. And also, like, I knew her from Christian school, right? So this was 8th grade going into freshman year. So all we would do, I would go to her house before youth group on Wednesdays, and we would just go down on each other. All right. So
Same, yeah.
Damn, y'all.
Yes.
What age?
this is like 13, 14, because you like.
Damn, but like you knew how to do that?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I was with this girl for like some months, like almost a year. So we kind of learned with each other. And then I would like go online and fucking look up tips and shit like that.
Dead.
But
Ask Jeeves and shit.
yeah, ask Jeeves. Wow, we old as shit.
Yeah, don't tell
So
nobody.
we would go down on each other before youth group, and then one day specifically, I remember because like the Christian fucking guilt was heavy, right? So I remember specifically one day I was on her, like we were on her couch at her family's house. Her parents were out of town, or were at work, of course. I went down on her. As soon as she got her little nut, she was like, "We have to pray for forgiveness."
Oh no.
So we fucking bent down at the couch,
Oh, no.
praying for forgiveness.
Oh no. That's
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, my turn.
Ah!
Can we pray after my turn?
Yeah. I'm glad you got yours.
Did you get your turn?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
So
And then
you
prayed again?
prayed,
And then prayed again?
probably. I don't know. But that's how it is. Right?
Dead. No, yeah, for real. Yeah, I remember one Christmas I got a boombox, and the first thing I was told when I received that boombox, because I was really into music, I wanted to do music.
Yeah.
So it was like my parents' friends, they got me this radio for Christmas. The first thing they said was, "Don't go to this station. Don't go to this station. Don't go to this. You cannot listen to radio music." And I remember hiding in my room, being like, going to the station just to hear music that I wasn't allowed to hear. And I remember hearing it and being like, God damn, this shit goes. You know what I mean?
Gosh darn, you mean.
Gosh darn. I said, gosh darn, this goes. And in my Christian school, they taught me a Christian rap. And I was like, this feel like that. You know, well, we kicking it for Jesus and nobody else. I have the whole rap still memorized.
I remember Christian.
No, but you know, but my brother, what he would do, he would record music videos. So when we ever had like a birthday party at our house, he would put the VHS in and have the music video playlist play. So every song had a music video, and he did that.
Oh, wow.
He should have sold that shit because that was really cool.
He should have hustled like you.
He should have hustled because that was dope. Like everybody was fucking with it. Everybody was like, damn, you got the music video playing with the song?
I remember the Christian rap days. Like I remember being in Christian school and the homie came with a Christian rap CD. It was I'm a Jesus freak. I'm a Jesus freak. 8 days a week. I'm a Jesus freak.
You know that one?
I don't, but that go hard. That go hard.
Yeah, man. And then you get a little older and you're like, oh man, this shit's silly.
Yeah.
You're like, look, me and God, we cool.
We so cool.
This other shit though,
yeah,
that's just silly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm grateful for the way I grew up. Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
It's made me the woman I am today.
I agree.
However, now that I understand both sides of the human experience and my spiritual life, I'm able to just live here and not be so conscious and you know, guilty.
About the rules.
Yeah.
That man wrote.
That man wrote. Like,
100%.
And if you read what Jesus came here for, it wasn't for that. Like
he's not tripping off that shit. 100%.
100%. Hey, cheers to that, man.
Cheers. God, you feel it.
God, I love you. You know what I mean? He turned water into wine.
You really did.
All I listened to was baby making music.
You a heathen, and blasphemer heathen.
I mean R&B.
R&B was the shit though.
Keith Sweat.
Okay, yeah.
Brandy.
Yes.
Wow, you old.
Come on, I was listening to all that for sure.
Oh, wait. We talking about high school. It was Keith Sweat. It was Sierra.
Bobby Valentino.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, 112.
112.
Yeah.
Even my mom got me on Brian McKnight.
Damn.
Sade.
Wow.
No, at that time I didn't appreciate Sade. Now I do.
Now
you do.
yeah. We old.
Yeah.
Now we like, let's fucking put on some Sade and wash the dishes.
Come on.
Yeah, right. I've been cleaning to Sade
Don't speak
now.
my love language, motherfucker.
Sade is definitely like lit cleaning music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's still bomb.
And I was honestly even on the Spanish side, I was listening to Celia Cruz.
Oh,
I was listening to Elvis Crespo.
I was listening to Banda and shit because my tias played it on the weekends during cleaning.
Yeah. Ricky Martin. Yeah. See. Yeah.
I'm dead. Okay, so you weren't on the shy side. You were definitely more outgoing. Did you ever feel shy in high school? Did you ever go through a shy phase?
Probably just that like first few months where I was kind of figuring out if like, yo, am I like actually outgoing or is it only because I was comfortable? Because I do remember feeling like, oh shit, like this is my first time being around new people, like, and I thought I was outgoing, but now I'm kind of like feeling awkward about this shit, you know. I remember like, you know, eating lunch alone for a minute, you know, like.
What's a minute? 2 days, motherfucker.
Yeah, what's a minute?
I arrived to school and for 2 days I was eating alone.
I feel like up until, you know, I really kind of started putting myself out there and like, you know, when I was like hosting the talent show and like being in musicals and shit like that, cause. And like, yeah, you know, you join like little groups and stuff. Like, yeah, I made homies through like drama club and other stuff like that. But there was a time where it, you know, it was a little awkward just trying to figure out who was the homies. I remember specifically when I was at Paramount, I didn't have any friends, and I thought I was the only Asian kid in the whole school. This is like first few weeks, and then I came across this tree. Well, all the Asian kids would kick it at.
Okay.
It was like 13 of them.
I feel like I've seen that.
Was it a bonsai tree?
They called
Whoa.
hilarious, but they called it the Asian tree because all the fucking Asians would kick it there. And then I remember one day just fucking walking around eating my like nachos alone.
The fuck,
and
not you eating nachos.
So Fridays were nacho days, lit. And then I made eye contact with another Asian dude. And he was like, "Sup?" And I was like, "Oh shit. This is a reason to hang out." And I went and kicked it with these dudes for like a couple weeks. And I was like, okay, this is like, I'm feeling some solidarity here. This is great. But then I felt weird. I was like, are we friends just because we're Asian? I don't know how I feel about this. You know what I'm saying?
Like, whether there's an actual common ground.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like, yeah, this is great. Like, yes, we have solidarity. This is like, this is great. But also, I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I kind of want to like make some real friends. You know what I'm saying? So I branched off from the tree. Whoa.
Look at
Even
that.
though my roots
Was
were with the tree,
Look at
and
you.
I branched
You better
off.
preach.
I had to leave.
Wow. You better preach. You better preach. Oh my goodness. Amen.
And then I met some rapper homies, and we were just like freestyling.
Of course you did.
Of course I
You
did.
planted,
you should.
you planted seeds elsewhere. Yeah.
Whoa.
I see what happened.
Bars.
Did you ever get into fights or like?
Nah.
No. Never. Not one.
Nah, he was.
Did
You
you
seem like you was like a lover of all.
No. Nobody tried to fight you.
Nah.
Oh.
Good for you,
Everybody loved me. If anybody didn't like me, they probably thought I was like fake, because I was cool with everybody. But nobody was ever trying to fight me. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm little. Like, what the fuck? What do you get out of fighting me?
Yeah.
You look dumb. If you win, you look stupid. If you lose, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why fight me?
You never
know what I'm
gonna win.
saying?
Yeah.
I got bullied by a bigger person.
Did you?
I got bullied a
I'm
lot.
so sorry.
Why'd you get bullied?
I don't know. I got bullied by bitches I didn't know.
Dang. I'm
Cause you cute.
I mean, I
That's
guess,
what it
and I
was.
was quiet. I'm like, why are you bullying me? I don't
They
know
were
you.
jelly.
Yeah, but that shit was irritating.
I'm so sorry. Come here, give me a hug.
I've overcome
What's
it.
her name?
Yeah.
Say her
Where
whole ass
where
name
she
right
at?
now.
I can't even
Where's she
remember.
at?
She ain't doing shit
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Yeah. Where you at? Where you at though? Look at you. You know what I'm saying?
Look at me now.
Yeah.
Can't touch me now.
Yeah.
Did y'all have any love like flings in high school, like relationships or something?
I had a whole high school sweetheart.
And what happened?
It started in middle school.
Oh,
Actually.
wow. This is like a long-term relationship.
It was middle school, and then freshman year I dated a few guys,
Uh-huh.
and then we got back together sophomore year until like the end of senior year.
Wow, like grown.
Yeah,
and
that
what
was
happened?
the longest relationship I ever had in my life.
Wow.
And what happened after senior year? Y'all went to college and forgot about each other?
Like 2 years after senior year, I traveled a little bit just to get away and find out what I really want in life.
Who you are.
Yeah, who am I outside of everybody I know?
Yeah.
And then I came back because of habit, got back with him.
Did you?
I always ran back.
Even
I don't-
after you like graduated high school, you got back
After
with them?
graduating, after traveling, I came back because it was like habit, costumbres, like
Yeah,
más
yeah.
fuerte que el amor, you know?
Sí,
So
sí,
it's
sí, sí,
like-
órale, yeah.
Yeah, so I went back out of habit.
This motherfucker.
And then I realized, oh, he ain't shit. So,
Then you moved on.
and then I moved on.
And then
yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this girl in high school named Lorena Escobar. And I had a super crush on her, but she would only flirt with me to get this other dude jealous.
Damn.
I realized after the fact. So it was this dude in high school named Sonny, Samoan dude. Motherfucker was sexy as shit. I always describe him as like the Samoan AC Slater. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this fool was like buff. He was cool. He played football. And Lorena was like always on and off with him. But whenever she was off with him, she
was
would
on
flirt
you.
with me. Yeah, like we had, she was like, we were in Spanish class. She would like teach me Spanish, whatever. And then, so she was a senior. She was driving. I was a junior. And so every day at the bus stop, she would come pick me up, right? In her little like fucking Toyota, whatever it was. And she was picking me up every day, and I thought I was like, I thought I was like so cool, right? She would pull up at the bus stop. I'm like, all right, y'all, peace, suckers. I'm gonna get in this car with this bad bitch, right? And then one day, I saw her pulling up. I was like, tight. All right, y'all, I'm about to be out. And then she fucking kept driving.
No.
And Sonny was in the passenger seat. I was
no.
like, oh, she's back on with this fool. And the next day at school, I was like, what happened? She was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. We're back together. I was like, ugh, whatever. But yeah, it's okay.
That's okay. I mean, look at you now.
Look
Look
at
at
me
you now. Exactly.
Sonny could never.
He could never do this shit.
Never.
Sonny, how are you, man? You good? Let me know.
Yeah.
Don't hit me, dog. I just want to know how you are, bro.
Yeah. You good. We know you good.
I'm great.
Yeah, you're great. Yeah.
It's fake. It's
Somebody
fake. I'm
get him
terrible. I'm depressed.
Somebody give him tissues, please. Jeez. Okay, cool. So, first kiss, was it high school before? What happened?
First kiss was in junior high, Karen Davis. In the stairs going down to the cafeteria. I was in 7th grade. She was in 8th grade. That was my first girlfriend ever. Yeah. She was a cheerleader. I was in 7th grade. She was a redhead, actually. Yes, a white. She was the daughter of the drama singer teacher, Mrs. Davis, Karen Davis. Yeah. And it was great.
It was great.
Wow.
How about you? Your first kiss?
7th grade, you said? Mine was 7th grade too.
Wow.
And it was a girl.
Wow. For real?
My first kiss was a girl in 7th grade.
Well, okay, not gonna lie. When I was like in 3rd grade, this kid named Donnell kissed me on the mouth, I feel. And I remember being like, ew, why did Donnell just do that?
You're like,
It was just like a quick.
Yeah, and I remember being like, ew, Donnell.
Why'd you do that, Donnell?
Yeah.
What? Donnell, why you do that?
Did you
I
push
mean, I
him?
think I know now.
Yeah,
What?
now we know for sure.
Yeah.
You didn't push him nothing?
I was kind of like, ugh, Donnell.
Were you just talking and out of nowhere it just happened?
I don't even remember, but I remember this. I remember just feeling like, ew, Donnell. Yuck.
Zed.
How about you,
My first
Cassandra
kiss?
Lee? Yeah.
Oh, shit. I guess my first kiss was... What was my first kiss?
You don't know what grade?
You don't even know. You done kissed so many kids.
No.
She done lost count.
No,
So
I think my
many.
first tongue kiss, I was in 7th grade. Yeah.
Oh,
my first
same?
tongue
Well,
Grade.
tongue. If we talking tongue kiss, then
My
Oh,
first,
wait,
my
that's
first,
what
my
I was
first,
talking about.
My first tap
Oh.
kiss, I was 5 years old.
like peck.
Yeah, my first
Oh.
peck was 5 years old.
same.
And then my first kiss where I was aware of what was happening, I was in 6th grade. And then my first tongue was 7th grade.
Okay, so Karen Davis didn't want to start tongue kissing yet because she felt like she was more experienced than me. So she was like, "Let me work you into it." But we were only together for a month, so that didn't work. So in 8th grade, the girl I was going down on, Tina, she was my first tongue kiss. Yeah, so
Okay.
we
The Bible
were
girl.
kind of learning how to make out and go down on each other and shit. you know?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
your
the-
first
the-
tongue was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first time was 7th, 8th grade. I don't know. One of them. Middle school for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school for sure.
Mine was a dare
For real?
at a sleepover. She was actually my enemy. Crazy.
Damn.
You kissed your enemy?
I kissed my enemy.
What's her name?
Laura.
You still follow her on Instagram?
Hell no.
Let's look her up.
No. You know why she was my enemy?
Why?
So messed up. She took my boyfriend away.
Oh,
Bitch.
no.
She was a grade older than me. And I heard my boyfriend was going to break up with me and
Go with her?
So I broke up with him first. And then they got together, sure enough.
So she didn't steal him then.
But it was the plan all along. So I'm
Right.
like, let me break up. Let me do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
breakup.
yeah,
This is before or after y'all kissed?
This is before we kissed.
Damn.
And then
can't believe y'all
a
kissed.
few weeks later,
What a toxic kiss.
because my best friend was her sister
Oh,
at
wow.
the time.
Oh,
This is,
my goodness. This is a whole novela.
This is some, yeah, facts.
So
a whole
I
novela.
had a sleepover with my best friend, her sister, and my cousin. And my cousin was the same grade as her sister. They were older, my best friend. So we were in 7th grade,
Yeah.
and then they were in 8th grade. And it was a dare. It was like, kiss Laura.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
With tongue.
With tongue. So we kiss with tongue. First time I'm tonguing. I tongued her before my ex-boyfriend.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. My
That's
boyfriend.
crazy. She
It was
tongued
just
a
like,
girl before her. a
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I was shy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
kissed her and you was like, you taste like Jeremy.
No, but get this. So we kiss, we do the dare, and then in the middle of the night, while everybody's getting ready to go to sleep, she comes up to me and she whispers, "When everybody goes to sleep, do you want to kiss again under the
Oh,
blanket?"
she liked it.
Wow.
She liked it. She
Did you
fucking-
do it?
I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
She liked it. She liked it.
Wow.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
And I did.
That's
and you know what?
amazing.
I felt like a player. I was like, yeah, I got my ex-boyfriend's girl cheating on him.
I'm
And she's
dead.
like, and she's over there like, I'm a player. I kissed this motherfucker
I
and
know,
his
I know.
ex.
They both felt like players. They both felt like players.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Jesus girl. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh shit! No. I was 17.
Oh, okay.
I was 17.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, that's not crazy. I was 17. I was senior in high school,
Okay, word.
and it was only the tip because I was like that terrified.
Just the
It's a two.
How about you, heathen
How
girl?
about you?
I asked you first.
I asked you second.
I'll tell you first. And you tell
Okay.
me second. I was 18.
Okay.
For real?
After high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Why I gotta be a heathen?
Not because I was waiting, just because that's just how it
That's how it
happened.
happened.
I was
That's
definitely
I was
trying
definitely
to.
waiting.
I
I
was definitely trying to fuck. Like, yeah, just shit didn't work out until after my senior year.
I'm fucking
but-
weak.
I was 14.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Yeah, I was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you?
God damn. No, I'm just kidding.
Ugh. When you look back on that, what is your like? Do you regret it? Do you feel like it was like
I definitely, if I could go back and talk to my 14-year-old self,
Yeah.
I would be like, don't do this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, stop.
Yeah.
Let that motherfucker hammer time. No.
Eh.
But just make that decision when
When you're older.
When you're older.
Yeah,
At least, yeah, no. What would you tell your 14-year-old self?
I would tell my 14-year-old self, hey man, first time you go down on her, don't be in the pubes so much. It's nothing going on up there. I would say you don't need to put on the condom for some dry humping. She's not gonna get pregnant.
You're not serious.
Keep going.
And I would say that's it, pretty much.
I don't know why that was the funniest. That was the funniest.
You really put on a condom
That
for
shit's
dry
funny.
Yeah, so we would just dry hump,
I'm
right?
fucking
We would
weak.
just dry hump, and then we would dry hump and go down on each other. But then my dad, so I had I was really cool. I'm still really cool with my dad. But from the jump, I was always really open with my dad. So he knew out me and my girl at the time were going down on each other. So he bought me a pack of condoms, and so. My girl at the time, she was so paranoid about getting pregnant. She really thought if I busted in my pants while we were dry humping, that it might leak through my pants.
I'm weak.
Her pants, drizzle into her little cooch and get her pregnant. So she used to have me put on condoms to dry hump each other, and then just in case. So yeah.
Wow, that's why it was so funny because everything you said, I was like, I just imagined young Tim, that's why it was so funny.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, man.
What would you tell your 14-year-old?
My 14-year-old self, I would say, look, God loves you regardless. Just be
Facts.
who you are. Don't try to please and be who everyone expects you to be. Be you and be confidently comfortable in that. I wish I did that younger. I didn't feel that until I was older,
Sometimes you gotta live a little life.
Which is fine. Which is fine.
Good.
It happened the way it needed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn, man. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this. Learned a lot about you. Tim, you're incredible.
Gang,
this
I
was
appreciate
fun. E, we miss you. We about to put some high school photos of E just because she was not here for this,
Yeah, Efrain couldn't make it.
I was trying to meet her. Bring me back.
Yeah, she was trying to meet you too. She was so mad she missed this episode.
Yeah, because I know y'all.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to meet someone new.
You know us. Yeah, I get it. Cool. Anyway, don't come back. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, bring me back for another one. So
We'll bring you
meet
back
her.
so y'all can meet because she definitely wanted to meet you too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in. Look at us. Look at him. Go follow Tim. You already know. Chantarangsu. I got it. You see what I'm saying? Lee. You already know. Ballet.
It's French.
Bye, y'all.
Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to join our squad. Visit lookatuspod.com.